All right, folks, buckle up because this story is about to take us on a wild ride. Just when we thought we'd seen it all, country music superstar Carrie Underwood drops a bombshell that's shaking up the entertainment world, a jaw-dropping $1 billion lawsuit against The View. Yes, you heard that right. $1 billion. And let me tell you, Joy Behar and Sunny Hostin, two of the show's outspoken hosts, are reportedly losing their minds over it. Word on the street is that the backlash has hit such a fever pitch that ABC, the network behind The View, is practically on its knees begging Carrie to drop the case. But Carrie? Oh, she's not budging an inch. So, how did we get here? What sparked this explosive legal showdown? Well, it all traces back to one bold move Carrie made that flipped the script entirely, her decision to perform at Donald Trump's inauguration. From there, things spiraled into chaos, and now we're knee-deep in one of the juiciest scandals to hit daytime TV in years. Let's dive into the details and unpack this wild saga step by step. It all kicked off when Carrie Underwood, the golden girl of country music, announced she'd be taking the stage at Trump's inauguration to sing America the Beautiful. In a statement to the press, she said, "I love our country, and I'm honored to have been asked to sing at the inauguration and to be a small part of this historic event. I am humbled to answer the call at a time when we must all come together, in the spirit of unity and looking to the future." Sounds pretty heartfelt, right? A simple gesture of patriotism from a woman known for her grace and powerhouse vocals. But the internet, it didn't see it that way. The moment the news broke, the online world erupted into a firestorm of division. On one side, you had Carrie's loyal fans and supporters who cheered her decision, praising her for stepping up to perform for her country regardless of politics. On the other side, though, the reaction was downright savage. The so-called tolerant left went ballistic, branding her a Trump supporter, or worse, a full-blown MAGA loyalist. Social media, platforms like X lit up with reactions, and the takes were scorching. Some users cracked jokes about how she should tweak her hit song Before He Cheats into an anti-Trump anthem. Others took it further, calling for boycotts of her music and outright cancellation. Hashtags started trending, threats to ditch. Her concerts circulated, and the outrage machine kicked into high gear. Amid the chaos, a few voices stood up for Carrie. Country artist John Rich, for one, jumped into the fray with a fiery defense. He took to X, saying, "There are several top-tier country artists who support Trump, and I wish they'd finally have the balls to come forward and be counted." Ain't nothing outlaw about keeping your mouth shut to appease the record label. Carrie Underwood is making you look like a bunch of boys. Carrie is talented, she is graceful, she is a class act, she has great legs. Not that it matters, but she is everything that the tolerant left is not. His words were a rare show of solidarity in an industry that often leans left, and they struck a chord with fans who felt Carrie was being unfairly targeted. But while John Rich and some fans had her back, the haters were louder, and The View was about to turn up the volume even more. The daytime talk show, known for its unfiltered opinions, wasted no time weighing in on Carrie's inauguration gig. Joy Behar, never one to mince words, came out swinging. During a heated segment, she said, "It's country music, I think. I'll tell you right now, I wouldn't do it. Even though I can't sing, no, I would not. I would not normalize him." She says, "I love our country." How do you love your country and support and normalize somebody who is a convicted felon who really wants to destroy the country, in my opinion? I don't understand how you say you love your country at the same time as you normalize this convicted felon. Which I can say now, a lot of my family voted for Trump. They love the country and voted for him. I think people make these decisions for a lot of reasons. Okay, fine. I would not be the person to say, don't do it, because I believe in free speech and everything about it. I personally would not do it. No one's asked me, but that's another story. I would love for you to do a roast at the Trump inauguration. Joy's rant was a full-on attack, questioning Carrie's patriotism and accusing her of propping up a divisive figure. She didn't stop there either. Her tone dripped with sarcasm and disdain. Then Sunny Hostin piled on, adding her own, too. Sense. "I think art is art, and you have a right to perform where you want to perform," she started, seemingly measured at first, but then she pivoted. "I agree with you, Joy. I can't sing a lick, but I certainly, and I have not been asked, but if I were asked, it would be a hard no. Well, They wouldn't ask me, so I have nothing. Sunny went on to call Carrie's decision disgusting, echoing Joy's sentiment that performing at the inauguration was a betrayal of values. Did they really just say that on live TV? Oh, they absolutely did. And the audience, both in the studio and online, went wild. Fans of Carrie were furious, flooding X with posts slamming The View for crossing a line. The host's words weren't just criticism. To many, they felt like a personal attack on Carrie's character and integrity. But while the internet raged, Carrie stayed silent, at least for a little while. Don't mistake her quiet for weakness, though. Behind the scenes, she was gearing up for a fight, and fight she did. In a move no one saw coming, Carrie slapped The View with a massive $1 billion defamation lawsuit. According to the filing, she accuses Joy Behar and Sunny Hostin of spreading outright lies that have irreparably damaged her reputation. The suit claims their harsh, unfounded attacks painted her as a political extremist, costing her millions in lost endorsement deals and tarnishing her image as a beloved artist. This wasn't just about hurt feelings. Carrie's team argued that The View's comments had real, tangible consequences for her career. And she wasn't. Playing around with that billion-dollar price tag, suddenly the tables turned in a big way. The same hosts who'd been so bold in trashing Carrie were now sweating bullets. Reports started trickling out that ABC execs were in panic mode, terrified of the lawsuit going to trial. Insiders claimed Joy and Sunny were quietly pleading for a settlement, hoping to avoid the humiliation and potential career-ending fallout of a courtroom showdown. But Carrie, she wasn't interested in backing down. In a statement, she doubled down on her stance, saying, "This isn't just about me. It's about holding the media accountable. The country must come together in the spirit of unity and look to the future." Her words echoed her inauguration announcement, but now they carried a sharper edge, a warning to anyone who thought they could smear her without repercussions. The internet, predictably, lost its collective mind. Memes flooded X with one viral post showing Carrie looking poised and unbothered, captioned "Grace under fire," while another depicted Joy Behar mid-rant with the words, "When you realize you just messed with the wrong one." Ouch. Even longtime fans of The View started turning on the show, accusing it of becoming a toxic echo chamber that tears down anyone who doesn't fit its narrative. The backlash grew so intense that rumors swirled about ABC pressuring Joy and Sunny to issue public apologies to smooth things over. But at this point, would apologies even cut it? Behind closed doors, the situation was reportedly dire. ABC execs were scrambling to contain the damage, while Whoopi Goldberg, usually a staunch defender of her co-hosts, stayed conspicuously quiet. Sources said she was trying to play peacemaker backstage, but the uproar was too loud to ignore. For years, viewers had called out Joy and Sunny for their aggressive, sometimes abrasive style, and this lawsuit seemed to be the tipping point. Even some of The View's most loyal supporters were questioning whether the show had gone too far. Meanwhile, Carrie Underwood emerged as more than just a plaintiff. She became a symbol. Her lawsuit wasn't just about defending her name, it was a broader statement to media outlets everywhere. Words have consequences, and you can't sling mud without expecting a fight. Her fans rallied behind her, seeing her as a rare artist, willing to stand up to the Hollywood machine. And honestly, the support wasn't limited to her base. Plenty of people, even those who disagreed with her performing at Trump's inauguration, respected her for pushing back against what they saw as unfair treatment.